What's up, you guys? It's Brooke. Welcome back to my channel, or to my channel if you're new here. I hope you guys stay. So, for today's video, I have been promising you guys for so long that I was going to share with you guys yet another one of my paranormal story times. And today is finally the day where I am posting another scary story. So if you guys haven't watched any of my scary story times before, then welcome to your very first paranormal story time. I will link in the description a playlist of all my scary stories so you guys can binge those after if you want to. But we are going to hop right on into this video and talk about some really terrifying things. So for those of you who have been here before and have watched some of my scary story times, you guys already know that a lot of my scary stories are stories that I tell you guys from my grandpa. My grandpa has experienced so many paranormal things in his lifetime and has had so many ghost encounters and experiences. Every time I see him, he is telling me some terrifying story of something that has happened to him, and this is just yet another one of them. When my grandpa told me this story himself, I had goosebumps all over my body, and I was like, oh my god, I need to share this story. So for those of you who haven't seen some of my scary stories before that my grandpa has shared with me, basically, my grandpa has, growing up, always had these crazy, terrifying dreams. Since he was a young kid, he would always try and get rid of them, but he just couldn't, stop them from coming into his head. He would have terrifying dreams about deaths and people dying, and every single time he would have a dream about one of his friends or some of his family members dying, every single time without fail, whenever he has one of these dreams of someone dying, he wakes up the next morning knowing that this person who he had a dream about probably is dead. And every single time it has just so happened to be that when he's had a dream of someone dying, that person literally has died either the next day or they died the day before, and he just finds out. I didn't even know this until my grandpa started telling me stories. I never knew he had this, I don't know if you would call it a gift or what, but this terrifying ability to basically predict people's deaths in his dreams. And when he started telling me these stories, I kind of freaked out because I have literally had a dream where my other grandpa was dying, and I woke up at 10 a.m. and found out that literally my grandpa had just taken his last breath minutes before I woke up from that dream of my grandpa passing away and saying goodbye to me. It was insane. So after hearing my other grandpa tell me these stories and tell me about how he has these dreams, it just really freaked me out. And I can remember a few times where I have had dreams about something, and the next day or a day later, it will literally come true. Even if it's not someone dying, or it'll be something bad happening, or me dreaming I got in a car accident or something, and it'll literally happen. It's freaky. So with that in mind, let's get into this story. So this story takes place, I don't know how many years ago, but it wasn't that long ago, when my grandpa was living back in Florida. So it was a Sunday morning or evening or something, and my grandpa had just woken up from a terrifying dream. And my grandpa knows that anytime he has these freaky, terrifying dreams, that they come true. So my grandpa has this crazy dream, and he wakes up the next morning ready to tell my Uncle Mike about this dream. But they were super busy during the day. They were getting ready to go to church. So my Uncle Mike was kind of listen, Richie, who's my grandpa, he was just tell me the story after church later, because we're kind of in a rush. We got to go to church. Their friends were coming to pick them up. They had to go, So my grandpa kind of forgets about it. He's okay, let's just get ready for church. So their friends pick them up, they go to church, they're worshiping Jesus, and then when they come back, my grandpa kind of forgets about this dream he has. So my grandpa never got to tell my Uncle Mike this dream. The next day, it's Monday, and my grandpa had to just get up early and leave for work, and he also did not have time to tell anybody this story. It probably was just slipping his mind since nothing was really going on in his life that made him think that his dream might come true. And so he went off to work and was just living his life. My grandpa was a cop, so he was on duty until about 8 o'clock at night, Monday night. And at 7 o'clock at night, my Uncle Mike got a phone call from my grandpa's dad. He said that my grandpa's father sounded really, really, really upset and concerned and scared and just like not okay. So my Uncle Mike instantly felt gutted. He felt sick, like he just instantly knew something was wrong. So when he picks up the phone, it's 7 p.m. My grandpa's father was like, "Mike, is Richie home? I have some really, really, really bad news for him. His brother Danny died." And my Uncle Mike just kind of froze. He was like, "I'm sorry, he's not back from work yet, but I will let him know the news." So my Uncle Mike is in like complete shock and just scared and feels sick in his stomach. So 8 o'clock rolls by, my grandpa finally comes home from work, and before my Uncle Mike could even open his mouth to say anything, my grandpa walks in and says, "Mike, I have to tell you something crazy that I didn't get to tell you the other day. Saturday night into Sunday, I had the craziest dream, and I was meaning to tell you, but we got up and had to leave for church, and I just got preoccupied and totally forgot about it. I've been thinking about it all day and wanting to tell you this crazy, terrifying dream I had, but it just totally slipped my mind. You've got to hear this." And my grandpa started to tell this story about this dream he had last night. He had a dream that his brother was standing in his bedroom by the door and started walking over to my grandpa's bed while my grandpa was laying in bed, and he just came and sat on the bed with my grandpa. And in the dream, my grandpa was like, "Danny, like, I haven't seen you in so long. What are you doing here?" Now, to also add on to how weird this is, my grandpa and his brother Danny had not spoken to each other for about 12 years, I believe he said. And in his dream, his brother Danny said to him that he came there to say goodbye to him and sorry. And my grandpa was like, "Why are you saying goodbye? Where are you going? And like, what are you sorry for?" And he just woke up. After my grandpa told my Uncle Mike this story, my Uncle Mike was like, "Richie, I have something to tell you." And my grandpa knew before he even opened his mouth what he was going to say. My Uncle Mike was like, "Richie, I'm sorry, but your father called me about an hour ago looking for you to let you know that your brother Danny passed away last night." And my grandpa was just like shook and obviously probably hysterical and upset and just scared, because yet again, this is another one of his dreams where he had a dream about someone saying goodbye to him and dying, and they actually die. It's just absolutely terrifying and chills me every time I think about it, especially because I'm related to him and like I have had a dream where this has happened before. So it just scares me and makes me feel like, what if I have this gift? Because I don't want it. Because that must be so terrifying. Like every time you have a dream about someone you love dying, you wake up and they actually are dead. Like, is that even a dream? I don't think it's a dream. I literally think it's like the spirits coming to him and literally saying goodbye. Like, I genuinely believe that this isn't just coincidence. I really, seriously, after all the stories he has told me, wholeheartedly know that it's not just coincidence and it's not just a weird random dream. Like, it's happened too many times and too specifically to be just coincidences. But yeah, so that is my really quick paranormal story time for you guys today. I have so many more stories that my grandpa has told me that I want to share with you guys. And I also have so many more stories like this linked in the playlist below of my scary stories where my grandpa's had dreams and they've come to life, and I have, and more into detail. So if you guys want to watch those, go click the link in my description. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I post videos every week. And check out my music channel. I'm going to be posting a lot of cool, fun stuff on there really, really soon that I'm super excited about. One of my songs, If I Had One More Chance, is currently trending as one of the pop rising artists on Reverb Nation. So that's pretty cool. So I'll leave that link in my description as well if you guys want to check that out. I am also working on a couple secret projects that I'm really excited to share with you guys this summer. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say because I don't want to spill too much. But I love you guys. Have a very happy day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.